Welcome back everybody. James here from Best Cars for Selling Kenya Limited, and I just want to do this video to give you a very summarized but very informative review of the BMW X2. Some of the things I'm going to tell you include the available trims, and most people don't know this, but the BMW X2 has about 7 cars in the lineup. I'm also going to tell you cars that compete with the BMW X2, and here we have quite a variety. For example, from Audi, we have the Audi Q3. From the Land Rover, we have the Land Rover Evoque. From Mercedes, we have the Mercedes-Benz GLA. From Volvo, we have the Volvo XC40. And from Lexus, if you are a Toyota guy, you can consider the Lexus UX models. I'm also going to tell you how you can come to our offices in Ruiru town. You'll meet me, James, you'll meet David, you'll meet Gladys, and we'll help you import any car you want from Japan, from UK, from Thailand, and it will be in Kenya within just 28 to 55 days. To start the process, we require just a very small deposit of 20%, and you clear the balance once the car is in Kenya. That said, let us dive into the review. The BMW X2 was launched by BMW in the year 2018, and it is a compact crossover SUV. In terms of the available models, we have what we call the Sport, the M Sport, and at the top of the range, we have the M35i. In both the Sport and the M Sport models, the base trim is what we call the BMW X2 S-Drive 18i. And the number in the model name just denotes the engine capacity. For example, the BMW S-Drive 18i means that this car is a petrol engine and the engine capacity is 1800 cc. This model is a manual and it comes with an 8-speed manual gearbox. It is petrol only and it is 2-wheel drive. The second model is what we call the BMW X-Drive 20i. I know now you can already tell that X-Drive 20i means this car is a 4x4 and the engine capacity is 2 liter, or in another word, 2000 cc. Again, it is petrol, but this model is automatic. Of course, prices of fuels have gone very high, and the good news is if you are a BMW X2 enthusiast, there is a way you can save on money. What you need to do is opt for the model that is called the BMW X-Drive 25e plug-in hybrid. And when I talk about plug-in hybrid, I mean that this car you can plug it into a socket on an EV vehicle and it will charge. And a plug-in hybrid, it can run without any fuel. Provided you are cruising on speeds below 37 miles per hour, you can run on the electric battery only. In this model, the BMW X-Drive 25e, you get a 1.5 liter engine as well as an electric battery that is powerful enough to power the vehicle for up to 32 miles on electricity only. So you are looking to buy a BMW X2 and you want to get a car that is economical, doesn't cost a lot to keep on the road, opt for the BMW X-Drive 25e. At the top of the range, this is where now we get the BMW M35i. This car is on another level. You want a BMW X2, something that accelerates really fast, responds very fast the moment you start it, you need to go for the BMW M35i. The only limitation with this model is that BMW kind of changed the suspension system, lowered it. The ground clearance of this vehicle M35i is very low. If you are driving off-road, if you are going in a place with a lot of bumps, you will tend to struggle if you opted for the M35i. Other than that, it is the most powerful BMW X2 that you can buy, and it can accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.9 seconds. That is it about the trim levels of the BMW X2. Right now, I'm going to talk to you about what it's like inside the BMW X2. as well as the boot space. Inside the BMW X2, this is a BMW car, and BMW has been manufacturing SUVs and coupes since I think 1999. So expect quality, expect soft touch materials. Like for example, on the dashboard, everything is easy, well organized and intuitive. You get an 8.8-inch digital infotainment system that is compatible with the Bluetooth, DAB radio, as well as Apple CarPlay. The only limitation I would mention here is that the infotainment system of the BMW X2 does not support Android Auto. That is quite a huge limitation because for most of us in Kenya, we tend to use Android phones, but the X2 doesn't support Android Auto. This is an important note for you as well, because if you are thinking of buying a BMW X2, you probably also need to get yourself an iPhone. You also get in the driver's cabin, the first row seats, there is a lot of space. Even if you are a tall person, you'll have a lot of space. You'll be comfortable, and both in the headroom, the legroom, as well as the shoulder space, there is enough space for you. The driver's seat, as well as the steering wheel, adjust both backward and forward, up and down, so that you are able to find a driving position that is really comfortable for you. The only limitation you get when it comes to driving a BMW X2 is that the rear windshield is quite small, but you also get that it comes with a reversing camera and the parking sensors at the back, so those ones comes really handy. So even if the rear windscreen offers quite a limited view, you still get the sensors and the reverse camera assisting you. In terms of the driver assist features inside the BMW X2, you get that it does come with adaptive cruise as an optional add-on. You get emergency automatic braking for added safety, but the one feature that really stands out is the traffic jam assist. This feature automatically accelerates the car for you, brakes it for you, and even controls the steering for you. Provided you are going with the speeds below 37 miles per hour, the traffic jam assist will do all the work for you. You just need to configure it, then you sit and relax, be on your phone, do anything, the car will drive itself to some extent. You also need to take some action here and there, but to the largest extent, you don't need to do a lot. Now, the story changes when you get to the second row of the BMW X2. The seating capacity here is quite limited. Remember, the BMW X2 is a coupe, so they sacrifice a lot of practicability and the cargo space. In return, you get a very stylish, very attractive, a car that really screams and shouts on the road. You are driving a BMW X2, everybody will have to look at which car is this. But the limitation is the headroom in the back seat is quite limited. If you are at all, let us say above 6 feet, you are probably going to have your head touch the ceiling. In terms of the shoulder space, there isn't enough space for 3 adult, especially kama wewe ni mkubwa kidogo. Mkiwa watatu on the back seat of the BMW X2, you won't be comfortable. That is the major limitation. The car looks really good, but in terms of practicability and the seating space in the second row, it is quite limited. However, you still get enough legroom. Even if you are at all on the BMW X2, the back seat, the legroom is ample. When now we consider the boot space of the BMW X2, I would say given this car is a coupe, it is fairly generous in terms of the boot capacity. In it, you can fit up to around 470 liters. That is enough space for you to put all the suitcases you need for a family of 4 people to go on a week-long vacation. So in terms of boot space, the BMW X2 does come with enough space for a family of 4 people going on a holiday. However, this is still low compared to what rivals such as the Volvo XC40, the Mercedes-Benz GLA, Audi Q3, the Lexus UX models offer. But for a coupe, you want a coupe, you have to sacrifice some space, but in return, you get a very stylish looking car. That is it. I just wanted to do a small review for you guys, and I hope you have enjoyed this review. My name is James, and I'm inviting you to our offices in Ruiru Town, Greec Towers, 3rd floor, office number D7 and D8. You are going to meet me, James, you'll meet David, you'll meet Gladys, Harrison, Simon, other members of our team, and we'll be glad to help you import the car of your choice. From me to you, thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our offices and doing business